let's start the session today. Hello everyone, welcome to It's a Nerdy Thing. For today's session, we have with us Dhruv Shankar, the author of Hour of Life. Welcome, Dhruv.
Thank you, Ashi.
So how are you doing today, Dhruv?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you?
I am perfectly fine. So with your permission, Dhruv, I would like to introduce you to the audience first.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So Dhrutik Shankar is an IT professional and an author by passion. He lives in Bangalore and always had a passion to convey messages to the society through his works. Love or Hate is his debutant novel, and The Hour of Life will be his second work. So, Dhruv, are you ready for today's session?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. So, my first question to you, Dhruv, will be like, from being an IT professional, what made you what made you become an author?
Yeah, ever since my childhood, I always had that passion to watch movies and read novels. So every time I used to read a novel or listen to a story, so I always had that passion to have my own story or convey my own story to the world. So I always thought of like whenever I watched a movie which was not good, I always thought like how if I had written the story of it, how would it turn out? If I could make the story better than the one which they written. So I always had that passion, and I started writing like small poetries and short stories. And after that, I started to write some few chapters of a novel, and then I converted to a whole complete novel.
So, when was the first time you wrote? Did you write your first novel or short story or poem?
I wrote my short story when I was in. Sorry, I wrote my poem when I was in school. I think it was around eighth standard or something.
Okay, that's really interesting. Wow. So, my second question to you will be: can you introduce this mysterious-looking book to our audience? Like, I have to say, the book has a very pretty cover and very mysterious at the same point of time. So, can you please
Thank
introduce
you.
this book to the audience?
Yeah, sure. The Hour of Life is a unique book, so it has a new concept of parallel storytelling. So there's a story of a father and a daughter that runs along with the story of life. So the story of life, right from our beginning, from our birth till the death, so what all we come across in our life, the people we meet, the situations we face in life, that is conveyed in one parallel storyline. And in another parallel storyline, that conveys the bond between a father and a daughter and the family. What are the situations that they come across, how they bond to each other, what are the situations or the problems that the modern day families face. I try to convey both the stories together in a parallel storytelling manner, and I place it in one complete book together.
So, I know the story, so I can relate to this thing, and it's a very well done book, and I would highly recommend it to read to everyone out there. So, very well said. Like, it's a combination of short stories and poems. So, it's very well done. I have to say that. So,
Thank you.
my next question to you will be: what inspired you to write this book?
Yeah, try to write this book. So ever since I was a child, so from my school I took Sanskrit as my first language. So I used to read lots
Wow.
of the olden age stories which are written in Sanskrit and all the poetries in Sanskrit, and even the regional languages as well. So whenever I used to read them, there were so many messages that was there written there, and that was written way back, not even in the present era. So even if you read years later, so there even now we can relate to that story. So whenever I read that story, so I always felt like that's how the Indian literature is, and that's how Indian books look. But as a kid, I used to read books like Harry Potter or famous by Ramar Chitrakatha like
Yes.
that. So I never knew that there would be like a different kind of books. So when I started reading Indian author books, there was only books written in particular genres like some romance books or thriller books or mythological books. So I thought I wanted to write, bring back that Indian literature or ancient literature, and try to write something which is unique and which is not there in the market. So something which the readers will find something which is a fresh concept or something which is different and which will make them remember as well.
Okay. So there's a mixture of various genres in your book. In which category would you like to place it in?
since it's actually a really tough question, so there's so many categories. So I could just put it as fiction as in general. I'm not sure about the
Yeah.
category. I'll have to leave it to the sheet to decide on that.
Yeah, because while reading the book, after reading the book, I could not place it in one category. Like it has self-help elements, it has fiction, as well as it has poems, and it has motivating stories. So that was very good, like a combination of everything.
I wanted to combine all this together in one book. So you cannot find a book like this. So I just wanted a unique book. So that's how I wrote this.
Yes.
It was really tough for me to decide on the category as well.
Okay, fair enough. So my next question to you is: there's a father and daughter bond relationship, as you have told to us in this book. Can you tell why you selected this particular relationship and not maybe a mother and daughter or grandparents grandchild bond instead?
Yeah, for me, as a person, so I was really close to my father. So I had this unique bond where whenever I used to need any help or when I was in any situation or any problem or anything, so I used to go to him always. And not just me, so I have many friends who I speak to it, and each friends, all these girls have a unique bond with their father. So for every girl, for our father is our the hero or something. So there's a
Heroes,
unique
yes.
bonding between them. So you as a girl, so you would also feel the same.
Yeah,
So when I wanted to
I can
narrate this
relate to
entire
that.
story, yeah. So that's how I chose that. So if I wanted to narrate this story, so this is basically for a girl, 16-year-old girl. So I'm trying to convey a story about a girl. So I thought a father is the best person who could convey the story and convince the readers.
Okay, so I know you are not married, so I hope you definitely don't have a daughter. So which literary characters were you inspired from for the father and daughter's role? Like any literary character in particular that inspired you?
Yeah. So the literary characters in one for the character of the daughter. So I had this inspiration of I read this book called 13 Reasons Why. If you have read it or not. There's a story
Sorry,
about
I
Hannah.
could not get you.
There's a book called 13 Reasons Why.
Yeah. I have read that book.
Yeah. Yeah. So the story about Hannah Baker, about a teenage girl who faces problems in her life and how she faces and how she deals with it. So it writes down 13 tapes of her life. So I had that inspiration, like we have created teenage girls, what are the situations they face, and what are the problems they feel, and what are the questions that runs in the mind of a teenage girl. So that is one inspiration which I took for the character of my daughter. And for the character of the father, so I took inspiration from Shah Rukh Khan, from Dear Zindagi.
Wow.
You've seen
That
Dear
is one
Zindagi
of my
character.
favorite characters of Shah Rukh Khan.
For me as well. So I really love that movie and the way Shah Rukh Khan is portrayed and the character of Dr. Jag and the way he explains life,
Yeah.
really amazed by it. So I took the inspiration from him and I based on that and I wrote it.
That I did not expect that answer, but like Shah Rukh Khan has definitely, as Jahangir Khan is one of my all-time favorite characters, and it's very motivating and very soothing at the same point of time. So very well taken inspirations, like very well selected characters.
Actually, that was really nice movie and many people would have not supported that movie or many people have not seen that movie. That's really nice movie and for me, I feel that's
Yeah.
one of the best Shah Rukh Khan movies ever.
Exactly, for me too. Like Alia Bhatt and Shah Rukh Khan both had played their part very well, and so it's a very well done movie, in fact. So yeah.
Yeah, and they've used such simple language and they've conveyed a lot of things. That's really good.
Yes, like the depths and the complications someone faces during a mental health and everything else, like normal problems of day-to-day life. So that's conveyed very well. So very nice selection. So which category of people would you recommend this book to?
I recommend this book to all categories. So I don't want to place it in certain categories or anything. So any person who has read the book, so is a reader as well. I want every one of them to read this book. So I can assure you that this book will have a different reading experience from whatever the books you have read or you have heard about.
Yeah, I would agree to that. But still, any specific age group you would recommend this book to, or but if I'm in a mood of some book, then I should pick this book up. Anything like that?
I think when you're looking at the current situation, I think this book would suggest because when you are in this situation, there's a lot of pandemic that is going on right now, and all the fear of what's going to happen and everything. So if you want to read something which is positive and want to know about life or something, you can read this book and this will give you a refresher of your life. It will take you on a journey of your life, so that you can relate many things to it, and you can you can take the journey of it. I think anyone wants to have a refreshing read or something. They want to have a feel positive in this kind of situation. I think if they pick up this book, I think they'll definitely enjoy that.
Yeah, like I have to tell you something. Like I read a poem from your book that is related to family relations, and there's a poem for cousins and sisters and uncles, and
Yeah.
like that poem really made me emotional, and specifically in this time of quarantine when I cannot meet my cousins and family members and friends. So I was actually missing them, and I posted like those who have seen my post during that time. I had posted, and in fact I've tagged my cousins on that post because I was missing them so much after reading that poem. So that was really sentimental for me.
Yeah, thank you. I've seen that story. I reposted that story on my profile as well. So yeah, that was the
Yeah.
concept when I wrote the book. So there's chapters on friendship, there's a chapter on family, and if I just
Yeah.
wanted to the reader to experience whatever you experience right now, to remember their own friends, to remember their own family, and cherish their memories together. So that is something which I
Yeah.
wanted to, and I'm really happy that you enjoyed that.
Yeah, this book fills you with nostalgia about so many things. Like even if it does generate some curiosity about the future, but more, I was very much filled with nostalgia by the feeling of like school days, and then father from the poem of father, and then there was relatives, the poems regarding relatives that was very well done. I have to say that to you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Okay, so my next question to you is, who has been your role model?
Role model. So yeah, so I've taken for me role model. I think it's Amish Tripathi, because for a person who creates such a book and create such a sensation as well. Even if you're not a reader, also you know who Amish Tripathi is and what his book is.
Yes.
So I want to create or want to be such a writer so that I can reach all the people of India, all the people of India, and irrespective of categories, and irrespective of the readers or not. And if you take a look at the reading population, the people who read books are declining gradually. I want people to go ahead and read books. So that's a unique and it's a really nice experience. So many people don't read the books nowadays.
Exactly. And moreover, many people don't know many authors. In fact, my motto is personally to, support the budding authors, because we need to read authors like who are inspiring, and at the same point of time who write so well, but doesn't get recognition at this stage. So it's very important.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. Because even if the people don't read the books, the only people they would have read the names would be like Chetan Bhagat or Amish Tripathi, or
Yeah.
if you take Ravinder Singh or anything. So there are various other readers and other writers that are really good, but people don't get to know that. Even if you go to a bookstore or anything, only you can see the books by only these main big authors.
Yeah.
So there are various other authors that people
Huh.
don't get recognition.
And that might demotivate them because of so many things we hear about, like a few authors, like maybe Chetan Bhagat, and like his book is not that good or his book is very good, and that mixed reviews will obviously demotivate you to pick any book up.
Yeah, that's it. So that's what whenever
Yeah.
you read a book, you have to cultivate that habit and you need to share with others. So to say and recommend this book and ask people to read. Because nowadays people don't read. So even as me, so I have many friends, and out of that, out of only few people read the book. Other people don't read, and some
Yeah.
people read only my book. So I always suggest them not just my book, read all books. So you get a unique experience, and that's a unique habit. And few people have cultivated that and started reading other books as well. So that's what I preach to everyone. If you read a book, put up a post or put up just a post or just a story on that book saying that how was your experience of that book. So that will help
Yeah.
others who are interested to read or want to try something new. So that will help them
That
to
will
pick up
motivate
a book and
others.
read. Yeah. If just one story or just one post can help others and if some other authors like us, that will get us recognition and people would get to
Yeah.
know more about us.
That's so true. I have to agree with you on that. So, what my next question is, when how do you deal with writer's block?
Writers. That's actually difficult for me as well. So even I've been through that. So even I have one more book which I've written some 12 chapters, but I couldn't continue it. So usually what happens is for writers like us, when we start off writing a book, we would have had a thought in our mind or a story of or imagination of what it could be, and we start writing it. And due to some reasons or due to some situations, we would not have time to write it, and we would have lost touch in that. So we try to
Yeah. The
So
idea
we will
vanishes.
forget that the idea vanishes, and we can't reproduce the same. So that's why now I started to do that. So now whenever I have a thought in my mind, I just write down a small synopsis or of how the book could be, anything. I will just write an outline of it, outline of all the chapters or which I want to write in future. So that if I want to leave the book, say if for reasons I can't complete the book, I pick up the writing it after some 2 or 3 months. I need to have some document or something so that I could recollect my thoughts which I had when I started writing the book.
Okay, that's cool. So that is a very good suggestion because writing an outline of the book will at least make sure that your idea is intact and it is not vanished off.
Yeah, that's what happens. So when we just write, we have a concept, we write one chapter, the 2 chapters, we know what we are writing. Then afterwards, we just forget what we had in our mind or what the storyline or the narrative we had.
So what are your plans for your next book?
Next book, yeah, as I mentioned, I have one more thriller which I had started, which I couldn't complete. So I want to work on that and I want to complete that.
Wow, that is really great. So will you? I want you to, or I should request you to read an extract from your book, The Hour of Life.
Yeah, sure. So I have there's a small poem on women in the book, so I'll just read that. Just give me a minute.
Wow. Okay. I'll request my audience if they have any questions, just until the time Drew is searching for the poem, let's just ask all the questions you have.
Okay, so I'll start the.
Yeah.
Okay. A mother who gives the gift of life, who nurtures you, stands by you, loves you unconditionally, never lets you go. A friend who you need her the most, loves you in the most deprived part of your life. There's always sadness, it keeps you happy. A sister who understands the way you feel, who knows all you need, who stands beside you through everything, who loves you no matter how much you fight with her. A wife who sacrifices the whole world for you, who gives you a daily dose of smile, who looks after you and your family unconditionally, who is the mother of your child, who bears all the pain for herself and gives only happiness to you. A daughter who is a blessing, a treasure from the above, the one who fills you with a special joy, who makes you proud, who gives you happiness in the simplest of things, who shows you what is special in everything that life brings.
Wow. I absolutely love all your poems because they're so relatable. Like seriously.
Thank you.
And the point when this poem comes, it's like it's perfectly so apt. Like it blends in the story so well. Like I have to say, you have done an incredible job with this book, and it's a unique
Thank you.
book.
Yeah, so whenever any poetry or anything, so I just wanted to place it that particular point so that audience will get connected to how you just mentioned right now.
Wow. So, audience has some questions from you. Which is the favorite excerpt line from your book? Which is your favorite excerpt or line from the book?
Favorite line. I think I love many lines, but no, I don't have a favorite or anything. So I think the last chapter is my favorite. The epilogue which I've written.
Okay. Yeah.
If you read the
Okay.
book, you'll get to know what is that. So I don't want to reveal that.
Wow. Okay. Which is your favorite movie?
Favorite movie. Yeah. My favorite movie is Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara.
Wow, one of my favorites too. Like that movie is an all-time favorite.
Yeah, even for me as well. So that's like one of my dreams with my friends. So we talk. We have three best friends. Like how it is there in the movie.
Wow. So have you planned a road trip or something?
Yeah, we were planning it, but we were not able to succeed it. So we'll see if we can accomplish it at least in next year.
Wow. Okay. Fair enough. What is the name of your next book?
I've not officially kept it yet. So the working title of the book is called as The Untaken Street.
The Untaken?
Untaken Street.
Okay. Well, I'll be waiting for that book. Uh, which is your favorite story? Like the question actually is, what is your favorite bedtime stories? What is your favorite bedtime story?
Bedtime story. I don't remember actually. I love Disney stories, all the Aladdin and all the classics. I love those.
Okay. Any classic which is your favorite?
Classic is his favorite. I love Beauty and the Beast.
Wow, that is my favorite movie. And I have read the book also, so it's like, yeah, it's a classic and it's a favorite. And that too, it's about a reader, so it has to be our favorite.
Yeah.
Okay, is there any place or setting which inspires you to write?
Place, I usually write it in my home, in my room itself. So I want to write in complete silence.
Okay, so there's no place outside your home where you prefer writing or which inspires you to write? Any hill station or beach or anything like that?
No, I prefer writing in my home. So if I go out or anything, I lose that thought of writing. So I'll be, concentrating on work, talking with people, or I get distracted. So if I just sit in my home, in my own space, so I'll get that, I can completely dedicate myself with the thought of writing the book. Otherwise, I just get deviated if I go out.
Okay. Okay. The next question we have for you is, are you planning to write any fantasy books?
Yeah, actually, I started one book, so I've written some 2 chapters on that. So I'll see if I
Okay.
can, after the thriller, I'll see if I can complete that book.
Okay. So can you give some book suggestions to our audience, like first fiction and then non-fiction?
Suggestions. There's one book which I currently reading now. It's called as The Rape Trial. Um,
Okay.
that's a fiction book. And non-fiction, I don't read much, so I don't think I can recommend. I think you can read the book from Ethel Nair from Flipping Pages, The Midas Test. That's really,
Yeah, I have read that. It's an amazing book. Yeah, I too also don't read a lot of fiction, non-fiction, sorry. And for fiction, yeah, I would definitely try that book. Rape Trial, you said, right?
yeah, Rape Trial. So it's a crime thriller.
Okay, cool. Who is your favorite author?
Favorite author, Amish Tripathi.
Okay, I think I guessed that answer because I
Yeah,
think you are really inspired by Amish Tripathi.
yeah. So he's a legend in Indian writing.
Okay, any foreign author which you prefer?
Foreign author. So I read Harry Potter from childhood. So I love J.K. Rowling.
Okay, yeah, everyone loves J.K. Rowling. Like, who doesn't?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we should stop taking questions now because it will continue to come. So next question to you is, can you tell our audience when your book is being launched and on which platforms will it be available?
Yeah. The book is being launched on August 1st on Amazon Kindle.
Okay. So audience, please mark the date and please go ahead and buy this book because I have read this book and it's absolutely unique in its own way. You will definitely enjoy it and you will start after reading this book, you will be sentimental and you'll call your cousins and family members. I can assure you that. Thank you, Dhruv. Thank you so much for today's session.
Thank you, Aishi. It was a very nice session. So everyone, so my book is releasing on August 1st, so please do go ahead and buy it.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. And thank you, Dhruv, for your precious time. I hope you get this book is a. I hope this book is a bestseller, and all the very best for the future. So it's a wrap for today's video, guys. Hope you liked it and enjoyed this book. Enjoyed this book session with us. Thank you so much. Have a great quarantine time, and thank you, Dhruv.
Thank you, Aishi.
Bye, everyone.